Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. I know my hair kind of looks like a mess right now. I tried to do my space buns again today and my bangs are kind of all messed up, so we're just gonna roll with it. In today's video we are going to go into Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. It's the second book in the series To a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So yeah, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see in the future. Click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video of whatever book we are on. Also, I have decided that I'm going to start doing shout outs. So if you want a shout out, follow me on Instagram, or you don't have to follow me, but DM me on Instagram and I will put you as the next one to be shouted out. Today is Alexa. She's the most recent person who DM'd me about my channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will definitely take your ideas into consideration. And yeah, let's get right into this book. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Alrighty, so we're on chapter 5. Pip watched Connor's fingers as they slipped down the glass. "Jamie's missing," she said. "Yes." Connor stared at her. "When?" she asked. "When did you last see him? At the memorial?" Connor paused to take another gulp of water. "I saw him at the memorial just before it started. He never came home." Pip's breath caught. "I saw him there after that, maybe around 8:15. He was walking through the crowd." She pulled up the memory and unpicked it from everything else last night. Jamie knocking into her as he made his way to the other side of the crowd. His hurried apology, the way his jaw was set, determined. She thought it was strange at the time, hadn't she? And the look in his eyes, not unlike Connor's now, somehow both distant and sharp. They looked very similar, even for brothers. They hadn't as kids, but Pip had watched it happen over the years. The gap closing. Jamie's hair was a couple of shades darker, closer to brown than blonde, and Connor was all angles, where Jamie was heavier, softer. But even a stranger could tell that they were brothers. "Have you tried calling him?" "Yes, hundreds of times," said Connor. "It goes straight to voicemail, like it's off or it's dead." He stumbled over the last word, his head hanging between his shoulders. "Me and Mom spent hours calling anyone who might know where he is. Friends, family, no one has seen or heard from him. No one." Pip felt something stirring right in the pit of her stomach that never quite left her anymore. Have you called the local hospitals to see whether—" "Yes, we called them all. Nothing." Pip awakened her phone and to check the time. It was 5:30 now, and if Jamie hadn't been seen since around 8 last night, seen by her, that mean he'd be missing for over 21 hours already. "Okay," she said firmly, bringing Connor's eyes back to hers. "Your parents need to go to the police station and file a missing persons report. You'll need—" "We already did," Connor said, a hint of impatience creeping into his voice. "Me and my mom went down to the station a few hours ago, filed the report, gave them a recent photograph, all that." "It was Nat DeSilva's brother, Daniel, the officer who took the report." "Okay, good, so officers should be—" Connor cut her off again. "No," he said. "No officers are doing anything. Daniel said that because Jamie is 24, an adult, and has a history of leaving home without communicating with his family, there's very little police can do." "What?" "Yeah, he gave us a reference number and just told us to keep calling Jamie's phone and anyone he's been known to stay with before. Said that almost all missing people return within 48 hours, so we just have to wait." The stool creaked as Pip shifted. "They must think he's a low risk. When a missing persons report is filed," she explained, "the police determine a risk assessment based on factors like age and medical issues, whether the behavior is out of character, things like that. Then the police response depends on whether they think this case is low, medium, or high risk." "I know how it might look to them," Connor said, the look in his eyes a little less far away. "That Jamie disappeared a couple of times before, and he's always come back." "The first time was after he dropped out of college, wasn't it?" Pip said, scratching at the memory. How the air had been thick with tension in the Reynolds house for weeks after. Connor nodded. "Yeah, after he and my dad had a huge argument about it. He stayed with a friend for a week and wouldn't answer any calls or texts, and it was 2 years ago when Mom actually filed a report because Jamie never returned from a night out in New York. He'd lost his phone and wallet and couldn't get home, so he stayed on someone's couch for a couple of days, but Connor sniffed, wiping his nose on the back of his hand. But something feels different this time. I think he's in trouble, Pip, I really do. Why? She asked. He's been acting strange the last few weeks, distant, kind of jumpy, short-tempered, and you know, Jamie, he's normally really chilled out. Well, lazy, if you ask my dad, but recently he seemed at times a little off. And wasn't that how he had seemed last night when he knocked into Pip? The strange focus, like he could see nothing else, not even her, and why he was moving through the crowd right then anyway? Wasn't that a little off? And Connor continued, I don't think he'd run off again, not after how upset Mom got last time. Jamie wouldn't do that to her again. Pip began, but she didn't really know what to say to him. So me and Mom were talking, Connor said, shoulders contacting like he was shrinking on himself. If the police won't investigate, won't contact the media or anything, then what can we do to ourselves to find Jamie? That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Pip. She knew that what was coming, but Connor didn't pause long enough for her to cut in. You know how to do this. Everything you did last year where the police failed, you solved a murder, 2 of them. And your podcast, he swallowed hundreds of thousands of followers. That's probably more effective than any media connections the police have. If we want to find Jamie, spread the word and that he's missing so people can come forward with any information they have or sightings. You are our best hope of that. Connor, if you investigate and release it on your show, I know we'll find him. We'll find him in time. We have to. Connor trailed off. The silence that followed was alive and teeming. Pip could feel it crawling around. She knew what he'd been about to ask. How could it have been anything else? She breathed out, and that thing that lived inside her twisted in her gut, but her answer was inevitable. I'm sorry, she said quietly. I can't do it, Connor. Connor's eyes widened and he grew back out to his shoulders. I know it's a lot to ask, but it's too much, Pip said, glancing out the window, checking on her parents were still busy in the yard. I don't do that anymore. I know, but last time I almost lost everything. I ended up in the hospital, got my dog killed, put my family in danger, destroyed my best friend's life. It's too much to ask. I promised myself I can't do it anymore. The bit in her stomach ripped wider still. Soon it might even outgrow her. I can't do it. It's not who I am. Pip, please. He was begging now, words catching on their way out of his throat. Last time you didn't even really know them. They were already gone. This is Jamie, Pip. Jamie? What if he's hurt? What if he doesn't make it? I don't know what to do. Connor's voice finally cracked as the tears broke the surface of his eyes. I'm sorry, Connor, I am, Pip said. Through the words hurt her to say, but I have to say no. You aren't going to help, he sniffled, at all? She couldn't do it. She couldn't. I didn't say that. Pip jumped down from her stool and handed Connor a tissue. As you can probably guess, I have a certain relationship with the local police now. I mean, I don't think I'm their favorite person, but I probably have some sway in matters like this. She scooped up her car keys from beside the microwave. I'll go talk to the Detective Hawkins right now. Tell him about Jamie and why you're worried. See whether I can get them to rethink the risk assessment so that they'll actually investigate. Connor slid from the stool. Really? You'll do that? Of course, she said. I can't promise anything, but Hawkins is a good guy, really. Hopefully he sees sense. Thank you, Connor said, wrapping his awkward and angular arms around her quickly, his voice lowered. I'm scared, Pip. It's going to be okay, she attempted a smile. I'll give you a lift home on my way. Come on. Stepping out into the early evening, the front door got caught in a cross breeze and slammed loudly behind them. Pip carried the sound with her, inside her, echoing around her the hollow growing in her gut. That is the end of chapter 5. I will see you guys in the next video for chapter 6. Bye!